Hey guys, so I got a question from a student asking for a little bit more information about how I decide what to charge. And so I dug up one of my quickie spreadsheets. So generally, I will look at the project, and I have a few kind of samples here, lots of proposal I've written. So here's an RFP for a website. It's old, but and it'll say usually in the RFP or when you talk to the client, once you have kind of a list of what it is they need and what they want, um, kind of like, and I'll add these. So if you've kind of written up your scope, right, like this, and so you know what you could have to do, I like to break that out into a spreadsheet and put each task on a line and then estimate how many hours it's going to take me. If I have a team, this can get more complicated. I'll estimate how long it'll take those people to do that. And this is all because I've been keeping track inside of Harvest or just with paper and pencil of how long these things take me to do revisions, install migration. Now that you know that that can take a while, you have to account for that. Creating the blog, getting the blog set up, presenting the themes and modifying them, editing the menus, creating the pages, coordinating with the client. So I definitely charge for that time you spend talking to them. And then I will, estimate hours for all that. And then I will put a rate and then times it by the rate. So you can see here, this is the total amount of hours times whatever rate. And then I just think, I feel it out and think, will that person laugh and walk away if I try to ask for that amount of money, or will they think that's reasonable? Um, this project, so my corporate rate is $125 an hour. When I started, 20 years ago, it was 15 an hour. And that's my corporate rate. I only get that for large companies where you are, working with a bunch of different people and talking to a lot of different people. For small businesses, nonprofits, my rate is closer to 65, maybe 85. And I do work in trade. So it really is just, do I want this job? Are these people I want to work with? How much can they afford? Often I will just ask them. So what's your budget for this website project? If it's 2 grand and I think I can do it for 2 grand, I will. If you're working with someone and they're not really sure what they want, um, then you could just charge by the hour and do a max. So I just started a project like that where he's not really sure. He wants me to do some research and he's not really sure exactly what he wants yet. And he has some specific ideas. So I was like, I'm not going to set an amount on that. Let's work hourly. And he's a photographer. He's a small business and he's kind of a friend. So I'm charging him 65 an hour. So it really, really depends on, what the market will bear pretty much. And yes, you do want to get, paid a fair wage for what you're doing. And don't hesitate to charge a little more, as in add hours if the person needs a lot of hand holding or they need a lot of things explained because they don't understand the technology. So there is no good answer for how much to charge. I gradually increased my rate as I got better at doing things and as I took on more training. So I've been trained in a number of different content management systems. Once I started speaking at WordCamps and stuff like that, you can charge more because you know more, and because I'm faster too. I can build a website in a couple hours and have it look pretty darn good. So 125 an hour for that is totally reasonable because I just built them a website for $300. But if it's taking you a long time, then you can't charge as much. And if you're learning on the job, that's totally fine. Just don't charge your client for it or charge them for only a little bit of it. Um, and it's all about what the client is willing and able to pay and what they feel is valuable. So it's a tricky question, but at the ground level, like this is how I do it. I write out all the tasks and then I estimate how many hours it's going to take me. And if the number comes out really high, I mess with the numbers again. If it comes out really low, I mess with the numbers and I kind of just tweak them until it feels right. I also did research way back that um, numbers that are not super rounded tend to win more proposals because they feel more real. It's weird, but that's true. So I hope that helps. Okay, thanks.